StealthWriter versus Undetectable AI, two of the biggest names in beating AI detectors. I did not read the marketing. I ran the same text through both, then checked the output in Turnitin and ZeroGPT before and after. Here is the result up front. On its strongest setting, StealthWriter took a real 46% Turnitin score down to 0 and cleared ZeroGPT-2. Undetectable AI only got the same text from 46% to 20. It reduced the flag, but it did not clear it. But there is a catch that decides everything, and neither company puts it in the ad. The setting you use matters more than the tool you pick. On the default free setting, the exact same StealthWriter failed hard. Stay for that part. First, what these tools are. StealthWriter is an AI humanizer. You paste AI text, it rewrites it with its ghost models, and it tries to strip the patterns detectors look for. Undetectable AI is a humanizer and a detector in one platform. It is the one you have seen rated #1 by Forbes in every ad. Same core promise. Paste AI text, get something that reads as human. Price is close on paper. StealthWriter has a free plan, then paid tiers at $20, $50, $100, $200, and $400 a month as your word count grows. The strong Ghost 5.2 Pro model starts on the paid tiers. Undetectable AI also has a free tier, with paid plans that usually start near $10 a month for 10,000 words and climb toward $200 for agency value. So the money is not the real difference here. The real difference is the free tier itself. StealthWriter hands you a full rewrite for free. Undetectable AI gives you a weaker basic model and hides the strong one behind a signup. Hold that thought because it shames the whole test. The StealthWriter editor is plain and fast. One box for your text, a rewrite level from 1 to 10, and a choice of Ghost 5.2 Mini, Ghost 5.2 Pro, or the Legacy model. That level slider and that model choice are about to matter a lot. Undetectable AI gives you modes like Basic and Stealth, plus presets for essay, article, and marketing. More knobs on the surface, but the one that counts, the strong model, is locked behind a sign-up on the free tier. Both are clean enough that a first-time user will not get lost. Design is a tie. Nobody buys a humanizer for the layout. They buy it to not get caught. So let us actually test that. Here is the test. One AI paragraph straight out of ChatGPT. Same input into both tools. Then every output goes into Turnitin and ZeroGPT. Real detectors, real numbers. Start with the baseline. The raw ChatGPT text before any humanizing. Scored 46% AI in Turnitin and 100% AI in ZeroGPT. That is our starting line for both tools. StealthWriter first, and this time on its strongest setting. Ghost 5.2 Pro, rewrite level 10 all the way up. It processed and handed back a full rewrite, right there on screen. Turnitin result, 0% AI. That same paragraph that was 46% flagged came back completely clean. On Turnitin, at max settings, StealthWriter did exactly what it promises. And its own detector agreed. Original 0% human, humanized 100% human, green across the board. Now, a tool grading its own homework is worth nothing on its own, so I checked it somewhere it does not control. ZeroGPT, an outside detector. Same Pro, level 10 output. 0% AI, human written. This time, the built-in score actually held up against an independent check. On the strong setting, StealthWriter is the real deal. But here is the catch I promised. I ran the exact same tool on its default free setting, Ghost 5.2 Mini at level 5, and ZeroGPT flagged it 100% AI. Same tool, weak setting, total fail. So the honest rule for StealthWriter is not click and pray. It is Pro model level 10 or you are gambling. The difference between a clean pass and a 100% flag was entirely the setting, not the tool. Now, Undetectable AI, same paragraph. I selected Stealth mode and hit Humanize, and this is where its free tier shows its hand. Undetectable AI would not even hand me the finished text for free. Its own warning says, quote, AI detectors might still flag your text with the basic public model. Sign up to unlock the undetectable model and score 99% plus human. And on Turnitin, Undetectable AI's output came back 20% AI, better than the 46 we started with, but not clean. It reduced the flag. StealthWriter erased it. On this test, that gap is the whole story. For day-to-day use, StealthWriter is the smoother experience. The real output in front of you, a level slider you can crank, and both ghost models once you are on a paid plan. Undetectable makes you sign up before you even see the good output. Undetectable AI feels more like a demo that wants your email. You get the interface, the presets, and a nudge to start a free trial before you see what it can really do. But smoother does not mean safe by default. Remember, on the wrong setting, StealthWriter also lit up 100%. The tool is only as good as the level you run it at. Line up the Turnitin scorecard. We started at 46% AI. Undetectable AI brought it down to 20. StealthWriter on Pro at level 10 brought it to 0. On the detector students actually face, that is a clear win. ZeroGPT tells the same story with the same asterisk. StealthWriter on the strong setting scored 0 and red is human written. Undetectable never let me test its real model for free, so its 99% claim stays a claim. So, on raw detection at max settings, StealthWriter is the stronger humanizer in this test. But be honest about the fine print. That win needs the paid pro model in level 10. The free default StealthWriter is not the thing that scored 0. On value, it depends what you count. StealthWriter gives you a real, usable rewrite for free, but the 0% result lives on a paid tier. Undetectable AI hides its strong model entirely. Neither free tier is the one that beat the detectors. And this matches what people learn the hard way. A student in r/study agent said StealthWriter almost got them expelled after a 90% AI flag on GPT-0. Almost certainly the default setting, not pro at level 10. Undetectable AI has its own angry threads. In r/self-publish, a writer spent $780 testing detectors and found human work flagged as AI and AI work waved through. The detectors are noisy, and so are the humanizers. One more, and it is the honest one. In r/ChatGPT, on Turnitin and Undetectable, a commenter put it flatly: no tool is accurate enough to be treated as valid, which is exactly why you test your own text at your own settings. The one-line comparison. StealthWriter on Pro at level 10 actually cleared both detectors. Undetectable AI only got halfway and hit its strong model, but neither wins on default settings, and that is the part that gets people caught. So, if you take one number from this whole video, take this pair: 46 to 0 for StealthWriter on Pro, 46 to 20 for Undetectable. The rest is settings and honesty. Which is why I stopped trusting any single humanizer to save me on autopilot. The number one humanizer, whichever one it is this month, promises to beat Turnitin and every detector in one click. But you just watched one click on the wrong setting fail completely. StealthWriter, the honest scorecard. In its favor, on Pro at level 10 it genuinely cleared both Turnitin and ZeroGPT. The output is readable, and the free plan lets you feel it out first. Against it, the built-in detector says 100% human even when an outside detector disagrees, and the clean result only shows up on the paid pro model at level 10. Run it lazy and you will get flagged. Undetectable AI, in its favor, a mature platform, lots of modes, a detector and humanizer together, and it did drop the Turnitin score from 46 to 20. Against it, 20% is still a flag. The strong model is paywalled, and its own warning admits the free output may still get caught. You pay before you can even verify it works. Shared flaw, and it is the big one. Both grade their own homework, and both lean on a setting or a plan you have to know to pick. Defaults do not save you. To be fair, both are moving. StealthWriter shipped Ghost 5.2 Mini and Pro with better readability, and Undetectable keeps tuning its undetectable model. This cat and mouse never really ends. But detectors update too. A setting that scores 0 in July can light up red in September. Any humanizer test, including this one, is a snapshot at today's settings, not a permanent guarantee. So who should use what? If you will pay and you want the cleanest result in this test, StealthWriter on Ghost 5.2 Pro at level 10 cleared both detectors. Just do not run it on the lazy default. If you want an all-in-one platform and you are fine paying to test it, Undetectable AI is more complete. Just go in knowing the free tier will not show you the model you are actually buying. But the recommendation neither company will give you is this: whatever you run, always verify in an outside detector at the settings you will actually submit with. ZeroGPT is free. Turnitin is what grades you. Your reputation is not cheap. And the cheapest thing that beat every detector in my testing was not a subscription. It was knowing which patterns to strip and editing a few lines by hand. If you buy, price it by words and by model, not by hype. StealthWriter paid plans run $20 to $400 a month, and Pro, the model that scored 0, lives on those paid tiers. Match the plan to your real word count. Undetectable AI starts near $10 for 10,000 words and climbs toward $200 for agency use. Annual billing drops the rate, but do not prepay a year for a model you have not detector tested yet. Simple buying order. Start free, run your own before and after in an outside detector. Confirm it clears at the settings you will use, and only then put money down. Test first, pay second. Every time. The verdict. On raw detection and max settings, StealthWriter wins this test. It took a real 46% Turnitin score to 0 and cleared ZeroGPT. Undetectable AI reduced the same text to 20 and hit its strong model. But the honest headline is the setting, not the brand. Pro at level 10 scored 0, Mini at level 5 scored 100. Same tool, same text, opposite outcome. If you only remember one thing, remember to crank the setting and verify. My honest ranking for most people. For the cleanest pass, StealthWriter on Pro at level 10. For a broader platform, Undetectable AI. For never getting caught on autopilot, no humanizer at default, full stop. Neither of these is a scam. They both do something real. They just cannot do the one thing their ads imply, which is guarantee a clean pass no matter what setting you leave it on. If a humanizer grades its own work and hands itself 100%, that is not a result. That is a sales pitch. Take it to an outside detector every single time. The receipts. A public thread in r/ChatGPT is literally titled, "A Warning Against StealthWriter.ai." People are not shy usually after running it on the wrong setting. Independent testers keep running the same experiment I did. In r/bypass AI detect, someone tested 9 humanizers against real detector scores, so nobody had to take a single tool's word for it. And they check the exact detectors we used. Another roundup tested tools against GPT-0, Turnitin, and more. The pattern is always the same. Built-in scores flatter, outside detectors decide, and settings make or break it. So do not take my word either. Take the numbers on your screen and go run your own before and after, at the setting you will actually submit with. That is the entire method. Here is the shortcut I actually use, and it does not depend on remembering the perfect setting. The #1 humanizer promises to beat Turnitin in every detector in one click, but you do not need to gamble on a paid tool to do this by hand. I put the full AI Tell index in the detection drama toolkit. Every pattern the detectors flag, and how to strip each one yourself, so you never have to trust a green score or guess a setting again. Link in the description and the pinned comment.